you ready to make technology work for you? Tune in to Act on Tech, the podcast where we break down the latest tech trends and show you how to boost your productivity at home and in your business. So, subscribe to Act on Tech today and visit alexcustomtech.com to see how we can take your business to the next level. That's Act on Tech, your guide to smarter tech for a smarter business. Alex Custom Tech, IT means integrity and trust.
Hi, welcome to Act on Tech, where we talk all things technology. I am Alex of Alex Custom Tech, and today we are talking about smart devices. The ones that are actually make your life easier and the ones that are more hype than help. Now, this is a opinion piece, my own personal thoughts, how I see them, and so you can take it and leave it. You can take it with a grain of salt, depends on what you want, whatever, but I'm going to give you my take on it. Because I've been doing this now for a while, ever since the whole smart devices came into be, Alexa and so on. So I've kind of got my feet wet, very, very wet in the smart home realm. Now, we don't offer a smart home setup here, but both businesses and homes, I've come across that people are using smart devices. So I'm going to talk about them and which ones are good and which ones are not good. And I said not which ones are good, I mean what's more helpful and is tangible and is a utility, and what's just a gimmick or a hype. Right? Again, what I think is a hype, you might not think is a hype, but I'm just going to give you my 2 cents on it. Right? So here we go. Right? So every year there's a ton or a flood of smart gadgets, smart plugs, smart fridge, smart microwave, smart mirrors, smart coffee maker, and so on, right? Some of them are genuinely useful. Others, they're just gimmicks with an app attached. And in this episode, I'm going to break down the smart devices I recommend and the ones I suggest avoiding, and how to build a smart setup that saves you time and money and instead of becoming a headache. Now, the reason why I'm taking on this topic a little bit, because I am dabbing into this a little bit more now than I have before, because I have a pretty big house, a 5-bedroom house, and one of the rooms is my fortress of solitude. I call it my fortress of solitude. So that's where my gaming is and my movie watching is and all that sort of stuff. And I'm trying to make it fully automated. So I'm thinking about what I'm going to get and how I'm planning it out. And this is kind of because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I should do a podcast on that. So let me kind of give you or walk you through my thought process. What's helpful, what's convenient and makes my life easier, and what's the gimmick. Okay? So, smart devices that is worth it. My opinion, Alex's opinion. Smart plugs, affordable, reliable, and it's great for lamps, fans, and scheduling power-hungry devices. See, power-hungry devices. So what I just told you is all good things. It makes sense to get those because it's a net positive. It's productive to have them. Smart thermostat. I have one at home. That's one of the first smart devices I ever purchased was my smart thermostat. Right? Nest has one, and they save energy. It learns your habits and can be controlled remotely. You don't have to be home to turn down your heat or turn up your heat before you get home. That makes sense. That's logical. That is productive. Okay, smart doorbells and cameras, right? You feel I have one on my website. Ring, Unify, Protect. We talk about that as a prosumer device. Add security and peace of mind while live monitoring and alerts. So you get live feed from these devices. You can see what's going on in your house when you're out of the house. I use that all the time, right? That makes sense. That's logical. All right. smart living, smart lights. I use Fiat Electric. Philips have one. You have one. And this is smart lights and bulbs, right? Ambience. It do ambience. It's comfortable. It's automated, right? And it saves energy. Smart, practical, utility, productive, right? Smart locks. I don't have any of these here, but I am thinking about it because, again, I have the Fortress of Solitude in my house and my kids keep going in there. So I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of getting sick of them going in my room. So I'm going to lock it. I'm going to use a smart lock. Now I'm going shopping for a smart lock, and it's keyless entry, guest code. People use these at Airbnbs, right? You don't have to be there to let your guests in. They integrate with the security system, right? And it's voice activated. It's a beautiful thing. Voice assistant, Alexa, Google, and Siri. Right? These are really all. I wouldn't pick any. I wouldn't pick any over any other one. I'd say they're all good. Right? Useful for hands-free control, reminders, and you can set alarms. Although you can use that and for basic automation. Right? So these are all good things. Now, smart devices to be careful of. The ones that I don't think is necessary. Right? And because I'm doing my Fortress right now, and because I'm setting up the automation in there, I want to be fully automated. These are the things that I'm coming across. I'm like, oh, I don't need this. Smart refrigerator, which I have. I have it, but smart refrigerator, smart oven. Expensive, often buggy, and add little to no real value. Sorry guys, I don't think it's necessary. If I already have it, I'm sorry. I have one too, okay? But they're not necessary, right? Smart scales and mirrors. They're novelties, right? And they often collect data and they sell it. This is a problem, okay? These things are just feeding the beast. Right? Here's another one. Cheap, no-name smart cameras. So you have these cameras that come out of China, or you ever heard of the company before, and they're big and they're bulky and they look like they do a lot of stuff but really don't do anything, and they spin around in all different angles, and you say, hey, this looks like a good camera, but it's a whole bunch of nothings. I remember somebody called me in to do a job and I got the camera and I'm like, no, I'm not installing this. Let me go get a Fiat camera for you guys and install it. And this is what I'm saying. These things that are attached to your house and you're getting information, you don't want to do this. Don't buy cheap name brand stuff when it comes to smart devices. Always get a reputable company. Philips, Fiat Electric, Google, all those people who you know. Okay? Overwhelmingly complicated automating system. If it takes longer to program than you use manually, skip it. If it takes a longer time for you to set up a coffee thing to make coffee than you would have pressed the button and make coffee, it's pointless. If it's taking a longer time to do the thing that you can do manually, it's pointless. It's just not enough. That's how you know. Like, I have a projector in my Fortress, and there's an automatic screen and there's a remote, right? So now I want to have it where when I say a catchphrase or something like that, it'll get me into theater mood, and then get all the way, turn off the television, bring the projector down, whatever I want to do that, right? But the screen is not an RF signal for the remote. So it's hard for me to set up the automation for it, right? And there's things that I'm coming across online that I can purchase, that I can buy, that I can make it easy. I'm like, but it's more work to do that than to press the button on the remote. So that's a hard pass. Why would I want to do that? No, right? I can do a project that can build something out. Then after I build it out, then I do it then I hit a button or I said a word and then the screen come down, that's fine. But am I going to have to do 5 different steps just to get it to come down automatically when I can get it to come down automatically by hitting the remote? That's how I do the problem solving. And I want to say this because, like I said, I am working on my Fortress, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So we talked about what I suggest you can have as a smart device, what you should consider, and now we're going to talk about what you do with it when you get it, security and privacy considerations. Right? Smart devices are only as good as their security, which means you're not really the one setting up the security. You're depending on this company. That's why I want you to go with a reputable company. All right. So smart devices are only good as the security. Always enable 2-factor authentication. We talked about this already in my podcast before. You should be doing on everything anyway. And keep devices on a separate network. Use your VLANs. VLANs are a beautiful thing. Use them. Separate it from your phone. Separate it from a network your phone is on. You don't want it talking to your phone and getting information from your phone or from anything else. If it's on the same network, it can see the packets that's going over your network with an isolated network for it. Right? Regular update of firmware and patches to fix vulnerabilities. That's also something you want to consider. Right? These things that we're letting in our houses are little spies. You want to separate it from your regular network. Create its own network and put all of them on that network. If you don't know how to do that, get somebody who does. It's very important, right? How to build a smart setup that works. Start with the plugs. You want to start, you never did any smart thing before, you're just getting into this, get some plugs. They're very cheap, they're very easy to set up. Get the plug. Start with the plug, lights, or a thermostat, right? And then try to keep everything under one ecosystem. So there's 2 ways to think about ecosystems. Like, you can have the one brand and buy, because 9 times out of 10, sometimes you have a smart device, they'll sell plugs, and they'll sell, a company will sell plugs, and it will sell lights, and it will sell thermostats, and all the sensors, whatever. It will send the whole package. You can get out the whole system with that one company. Fee Electric is pretty good for that. And but you can also get different ones from different companies. As long as it works with Alexa, it works with Google, you can set it all up. You have like 5 different apps, 6 different apps for different things. But Google can control it by voice command, so it still will be under one ecosystem, right? It's kind of an extended ecosystem, but it's still under the same ecosystem, right? So make sure all of them works under the same ecosystem. Google, Amazon, Apple. Expand gradually. Don't buy 10 devices at once. Start with the plugs, then move to the thermostat, or start with the thermostat, then move to the plugs. Buy things you're going to be using, right? Focus on practicality, improvement, not just cool factor. Now, am I going to sit here and say to you that I don't have anything in my house that's not I consider cool? I do. I have, even in the theater, there's lights. There's neon lights or whatever lights, right? That's not practical. It's just create ambience, right? And in my studio, there's these lights that are pretty cool looking. Even behind this new wonderful screen here that I have, that I forgot to tell you guys what the name of it is, but it has lights behind the screen that lights up. It creates this really cool atmosphere. It's cool and it's smart. I can control it from my phone, but it's just an addition to what I already have. It's not, I didn't buy it at my factory. I got the screen with it. The ones in the theater, somebody told me to get lights for the record table, turntables, and the coffin and stuff. So I did that. But so am I saying that you can't have cool things? You can, but really focus on the practical and improvement and making life easier in opposed to of it being cool, right? So that's a takeaway from that. So smart device can genuinely improve your home or office, but only do the right ones. Only do the right ones, right? Focus on security, energy saving, and convenience. Those are the three things we'll think about when you're buying a smart device. When you're buying something that's a smart device, an IoT device, ask yourself, is this security? Is this energy saving? Is this convenience? Then you can buy it. If it comes up as a gimmick, this is like, that's a hard no. Again, unless you already did all the other stuff, right? And you said you want, like, for instance, like I want to get explained from my point of view. The theater that I have in my house, right? My Fortress of Solitude. I want it to feel like a theater. So there are gimmicky things that are actually in theaters that is in my Fortress of Solitude. And in my radio station, I want it to be and look like a radio station. So there are gimmicky things that are here in my radio station. Like, for instance, you can see I have an on here light. That's not pertaining to, what I'm doing here in the studio, but I have an on here light. When I'm doing a live set, it comes on. Well, yeah, I guess it is informative, but at the same time, it's kind of gimmicky, and it's here. So again, but that's after I did all the other things like security, energy saving, and convenience. Then I did the gimmick. If you have to do the gimmick, if you don't have to do the gimmick, don't do the gimmick. I always research before you buy and stick with a trusted brand. So I told you, stick with a brand that Google, Fiat Electric. These brands been making smart devices from the beginning. They're pretty reliable. You can go with them. They're pretty reliable. Go with them. You don't have to worry about update all the time. You two-step authentication. And I keep asking yourself the same question. Security, energy saving, convenience. And then you won't have a problem. So smart devices are cool. These are really cool things. We talked about this. You know my stances on AI. You know my stance on all this technology. It's supposed to make your life easier. But there are going to be people trying to pull money out of you just because of the gimmick, right? They're riding the wave, if you will. Don't be suckered into this stuff, right? You don't have to be suckered into this stuff, right? So ask yourself the question: security, energy saving, convenience. That's how you buy smart devices. That's how you buy IoT devices. And then you put it on your own network. That's it. Very simple, right? So what did we learn? We learned about smart devices, what Alex thinks you should get, what Alex thinks that are good smart devices, and what Alex thinks are bad smart devices, right? And if you need help, ask your IoT guy, ask your MSP to help you, your IT friend. You can email me at info@alexcustomtech, and I can, I'll probably do a paper on this. I will do a paper on this to kind of expand on this idea a little bit, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so like I always say, stay smart, stay efficient, and keep acting on tech.
Alex Hutchinson is the founder of Alex Custom Tech and the voice behind the Act on Tech podcast. With years of hands-on experience in technology, Alex has built a reputation for making tech simple, reliable, and practical for both small businesses and families. At Alex Custom Tech, the focus is on solutions that actually work, from secure business networking and Wi-Fi systems to VoIP phone setups, smart cameras, and complete backup strategies. Alex believes technology should empower people, not frustrate them, and his company was built on the principle that IT means integrity and trust. Clients count on Alex Custom Tech for everything, from computer repair and upgrades to designing entire business networks to protecting data against modern security threats. Whether it's a one-time project or ongoing support, Alex and his team pride themselves on being approachable, dependable, and committed to helping people stay productive. To learn more about Alex Custom Tech, visit alexcustomtech.com, email info@alexcustomtech.com, or call 855-686-315.
Hey there, Jersey and Eastern PA businesses. Ready to take your IT game to the next level? Get excited because Alex Custom Tech is coming your way. We're your go-to for IT support, bringing integrity and trust to every service. From network upgrades to virtualization and even relocating your IT setup, we've got you covered. Stay tuned as we put the finishing touches on our new site. Alex Custom Tech, helping your business thrive with top-notch IT support right in your backyard.
Welcome to Alex Custom Tech, your trusted partner for computer service and repair since 2010. We provide professional consulting services to clients throughout New Jersey and Pennsylvania, offering everything from computer repair to network design and installation. Our focus is on building efficient, results-driven professional relationships with our clients. We work with you to create customized solutions that fit your specific needs, whether you're an individual or an organization. Our comprehensive IT consulting services are designed to make your technology work more effectively for you. We provide solutions that meet your business's performance and utilization demands. Because we understand that when your technology doesn't work, neither do you. We specialize in network design and implementation, taking the pain out of network creation, maintenance, and repair. Our team understands that even minimal downtime can impact your productivity and revenue. That's why we offer 24/7 proactive monitoring and maintenance to strategically optimize and protect your infrastructure. For residential and business clients, we provide affordable and reliable computer repair services, available both on-site and at our location. Our commitment to quality is reflected in our satisfied customers' experiences. We service New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Alex Custom Tech is ready to serve your IT needs. Contact us today at 855-668-6315 or email info@alexcustomtech.com to discover how Alex Custom Tech can help optimize your technology solutions.